The 19th of May, 1962. Under the dim spotlights of Madison Square Garden, a shimmering figure steps forward. She sheds her white fur, revealing a translucent dress, hand-stitched with over 2,500 crystals. She sings a breathless birthday song to the president, a performance that becomes instantly iconic and instantly scandalous. Her tragic end is just 11 weeks away. To understand the woman behind the sparkling facade, we must travel back to the 1st of June, 1926. Born in Los Angeles as Norma Jeane Mortenson, she faced a fractured world from her very first breath. Her mother, Gladys Pearl Baker, suffered from severe schizophrenia, leaving the young child to grow up without stability. Norma Jeane was shuffled between a succession of foster homes and cold, lonely orphanages. By 1944, as World War II raged, she found herself working on an assembly line in a Van Nuys factory. Her task was simple: assembling wooden propellers for military drones. Then, fate intervened. Army photographer David Conover spotted her working. His camera captured a natural radiance that could not be ignored. In 1946, she signed her first contract with 20th Century Fox. It was time for a transformation. Talent scout Ben Lyon suggested the name Marilyn after star Marilyn Miller, combined with her mother's maiden name, Monroe. But Hollywood quickly put her in a box, casting her repeatedly as the dumb blonde and paying her a mere $1,500 a week. By January 1955, Marilyn had enough. She fled Hollywood and did something no actress had dared to do before. She partnered with photographer Milton Green to launch Marilyn Monroe Productions, naming herself president. Fox was furious, but Marilyn refused to back down, waging a fierce legal battle for her artistic freedom. By late 1955, the studio capitulated. Marilyn won the right to choose her directors, approve cinematographers, and make her own films. She silenced her critics entirely in 1959 with her iconic performance in the smash hit comedy Some Like It Hot. Her brilliant portrayal won her a Golden Globe for Best Actress, cementing her legacy as a genuine talent. Her personal life was just as legendary. In January 1954, she married baseball icon Joe DiMaggio. Just weeks later, she paused her honeymoon to fly to freezing Korea, performing 10 shows in 4 days for the U.S. military. Over 100,000 frozen soldiers cheered her name, finding warmth in her legendary stage presence. In June 1956, she entered a different world, marrying the intellectual giant of American theater, Arthur Miller. Before their vows, Marilyn made a solemn, official conversion to Judaism to join his world. Yet, this fertile marriage could not survive the strain. By 1961, the couple divorced, leaving Marilyn isolated. Then came the dark night of the 4th of August, 1962, in her quiet Brentwood home in Los Angeles. Marilyn Monroe passed away at just 36 years old from an acute overdose of barbiturates. The coroner officially ruled her death a probable suicide, marking a devastating end to a spectacular life. The Los Angeles County coroner ruled her death a probable suicide from acute barbiturate poisoning. 20 years later, a 1,982 review of the case found no evidence to support any theory of foul play. Joe DiMaggio never forgot. For 20 years, he sent fresh red roses to her grave 3 times a week, keeping his silent promise.